stolen car. We talked about it being a Honda Civic. It does look as if it's been modified to some extent, perhaps repainted. Honda Civic's very popular for tuning. People like to change them out, tune up the engines, that sort of thing, use them for street racing, or perhaps just looking really cool because they are relatively inexpensive, but they're also a big-time target for thieves because of their popularity on the secondary market. So right now we're being told as well there is no ground pursuit. I'm sure police officers are hanging back quite a ways, perhaps to try to slow this person, keep them from creating a dangerous situation. That hasn't happened. They might know that the helicopter, Firebird, is overhead. That's the Phoenix Police helicopter, and is in pursuit and has been staying relatively close, certainly close enough to follow a yellow car like that. Now here you see a very dangerous pass, though, on that wider section of shoulder around that truck, and then the driver just moving on up the mountain right now. This is about Black Canyon City, where it starts to get pretty mountainous before you get to the National Monument in that area, and also it'll move on up towards Cordes Lakes, but you have to go through a number of twisty and turny parts of the road at that point. Whether this will slow this person down or have them rethink what they're doing, we'll just have to wait and see. We're going to stay on this right now because this is a police pursuit. We want to stay on this and see really what happens. Of course, if this gets into a touchy situation, we'll turn away and we'll not watch that. But we're going to stay on this right now until and see if this person makes the right decision and gets off the highway. We're at I-17 North. This particular section, not a lot of places to exit. And it is definitely a lot more mountainous at this point and only 2 lanes. So if this person runs into any other traffic, it could get dangerous in a hurry. You see a situation coming up right now. We've got 2 cars. And again, the driver going off the right side shoulder, making a very dangerous move to get on that shoulder. You know, there's a lot of debris on those shoulders a lot of times, and that can cause a lot of problems for anybody traveling at a high rate of speed. You lose tires, that sort of thing. It's all possible. This yellow Honda Civic, originally we picked up the chase at Peoria and I-17. It sounds like Phoenix Police are the ones giving us some information at this point, so they're certainly in pursuit. Whether or not another agency is involved in the original crime or where that original crime occurred, we're still working to get that information. Jason was saying at one point the window was down on the driver's side of this car, and that was the only way you could see in because of the tinted windows. Now you can see people getting out of this driver's way as he or she continues to make their way up the mountain. And a lot of people getting over to the side. They see this person coming up in their rearview mirror. This is an area of I-17. You can get a lot of traffic, and it can just get kind of stalled out if you get a couple of trucks in a row and that sort of thing. And so some people are seeing this happen, and then they're just getting out of the way. Dangerous move there. Once again, almost off the exit ramp. And our perspective now certainly lends itself to gauging the speed a little bit better. This person is flying along in this yellow Honda Civic that's believed to be stolen by Phoenix Police.
We are on white tanks. Yeah, he wants to go to south.
So as we continue north, as our chopper follows it, we're going to stay with it as long as we can. It kind of depends on how long this pursuit goes. Reception from our chopper can get a little touch and go as we get up past Anthem. We know that from last summer. We had all those thunderstorms up there, and it can be tough at times to keep the signal going. But we'll stay with this as long as we can. This person in this what's believed to be a stolen Honda Civic, driving very quickly, passing semi trucks, other cars. Some people getting out of his way, other people not, and making some very dangerous moves into the wide shoulder. At least there is a wide shoulder at this point for this driver to get around, because this certainly don't show any indication of slowing down this afternoon. Maybe here in a moment we can get a better idea of what we have coming up as far as a cross street and where exactly our helicopter is. Obviously, this part of 17 where there are not that many exits. There's not that many towns to get up past Black Canyon City, and I know we're in that particular, about 5 miles out of Black Canyon City, so getting up there very close. Bloody Basin Road is up that way that leads into the monument that's in that area, a lot of hiking and that sort of thing. Of course, nothing else off that particular road. But then as you get up through this mountainous area, you come into Cordes Lakes and the exit to go to Prescott, if you're familiar with that. So
Negative. No GPS. Roger.
Fortunately, not much traffic on I-17. A little unclear. DPS may be running ahead of this and trying to clear people out of the way to keep them out of harm's way and to just give this person some running room and let them do whatever they figure they have to do before police get involved. Now we have a ground pursuit. You see a police officer behind the helicopter right now, or behind the driver right now, that yellow Honda Civic, and that is a DPS officer. Do we have Andy Hill on the phone?
In pursuit now, very close to the gentleman.
We're trying to get a hold of Andy Hill. He is a former public information officer from Phoenix Police Department. He's helped us on a number of stories over the year, give us some perspective on what's going on and that sort of thing. We'll try to get to him momentarily. What you can see right now, another car there on the road. We did see a DPS officer in close pursuit. That was the first time.
Looks like he's... All right, looks like he's getting off here. He's getting off here. It's coming across the frontage road here. He's getting back on I-17. Oh, he's getting back on. Looks like the DPS agent's going to make a move to get in front of him here. DPS is right on the side of him. Looks like he might make a move here. It looks like it might make a move. Copy. All right, guys, we heard they have spike setups 3 miles up the road. Spike set up 3 miles up the road. That's what we're hearing. Spike set up 3 miles up the road. Guys, if you can hear me, spikes are being set up 3 miles up the road. They got them all set up, ready to go. Oh, looks like the. We got the window open. Windows open. Windows open. Looks like there's someone in the back seat. Looks like there's someone in the back seat. Looks like he's wearing some kind of a hat. Person's wearing a hat. And there's someone in the back seat or on the passenger side. Yeah, there's more than one person in there. There's a couple people in there. We are less than a mile from the spikes. Less than a mile from the spikes. Yeah, it looks like there's more than one person in the vehicle also. Looks like a passenger, maybe even someone in the back seat. Spikes are coming. Spikes are coming. Gonna hit the spikes here. Well, he just got off the exit. Just got off the exit. Missed the spikes. He's coming back on. He's coming back on. He's going across the road here. Cutting across. He's heading westbound. Westbound. Yep, they missed the spikes. Heading, and all the officers missed the turn. He's all by himself. He's all by himself. All the officers missed the turn. What road's that? What road is that, Bruce? You know? Bumblebee exit. Bumblebee Road. Bumblebee Road. Yeah, it looks like he's all alone. Looks like he lost the cops here. He's actually driving on the other side of the road. Let me check. I can't take my hands off the controls. Don't. Well, it looks like he's almost crashed into that pickup truck right there. Oh yeah, he's coming on the side of the road, causing some ruckus here. News 20, Channel 12, ENG. We might have to go to South Mountain soon. News 20, 12, ENG. You copy? Copy. Staying on white tank so we lose it. Hey, giving you guys a heads up, we might have to change our receivers. We might lose this because we're on white tanks right now, so we might have to change to South Mountain. So if you guys can have a break, let us know so we can change. Yeah, that's a possibility, but I'm just giving you a heads up that we might lose that signal soon because we're coming out of range of White Tanks Mountain, so we might have to switch. So if you guys can give us like 1 minute break so we can switch, that'd be great. Yeah, I can talk next 15 seconds. Well, right now the roads turn pretty rural. As you can see, it's all pretty much dirt. Cars sliding around. The back end. Well, he's spinning out here. Oh, he went over the side. He went over the side. Went over the side. Went over the side. He crashed over the. Went over the side here. He took that turn too wide. Too wide. You got us. You got us. They just went over the side here. Oh, they're on the foot. It is a female. Female red hair. They're running southbound. They're running southbound. There are 2 people. Actually, 3 people in the car. 3 people in the car. 3 people in the car. They're holding up right here. They're on the ground. They got them. They got them in custody. Yeah, there's 2 women, 1 male. 2 women, 1 male. 2 women, 1 male. Yep. So the driver was female. Female red hair. Yeah. Looks like they got him at gunpoint here. I was right. It was a female driving. This is the female driver. This is the driver. That was the driver. That is correct. That was exactly. I was actually just saying that it was a female because there was a little bit of unsureness there. But yeah, it was definitely, that is the driver of the vehicle right there being taken into custody. It looks like DPS has got everything under control here, and that real loose turn around the corner, they just lost control, went over the shoulder there in the road, and unfortunately, everybody looks like they're safe. Doesn't look like there's any injuries here. Of course, that's unofficial, and everything's under control.
Able 3, we're en route. Where are you guys at now?
Able 3 is en route. We're passing Delmar Heights in the number 1.
10-4. 87, taking position as secondary.
87 Sonora is in number 2.
San Diego 7 Nora, we're southbound at 65 mile an hour, number 1 lane, approaching Carmel Valley.
Southbound number 1 approaching Carmel Valley. The units hold your traffic.
Gonna go 17 Nora behind, I'm with 7 Nora. You want the Oceanside units south?
17 Nora is also in position, 87 S3. Just confirm that you're copying. We are in position. We are secondary.
7 Nora, 17 Nora, number 6. I'm going to be at Sorrento Valley, standing by.
10-4.
San Diego 7 Nora, we're about 1 mile from the split, still in the number 1 lane at 74 miles an hour. The vehicle has a surfboard on top.
10-4, about a mile north of the split in the number 1 at 74.
At 805, 52, standing by.
K9 is 805 and
Looks right now that we're going to be taking the 805. Where's the spike strip at?
taking the 805 and K9 is at 52 with a spike.
K9, spike. Oh.
11 boy, go with your 1020.
Down 805, just south of the 52 with a spike.
11 boy is just south of 52.
Now, 75 miles an hour.
75 miles an hour and go again with a 1020.
We're at the split, committed to the 805 south.
At the split end, they are taking 805 south.
Boy, copy. 7 Nora, we're coming up on stop traffic.
10-4 approaching stop traffic.
Vehicle is number 4 lane. Appears that it may exit at Sorrento Valley. All advised.
In the number 4 may exit at Serrano.
San Diego 7 Nora. The vehicle did not exit and is using the right shoulder at Sorrento Valley.
Continuing on the freeway using the right shoulder. 60 miles an hour on the right shoulder.
taking up supervisory position.
87, that's 3 is in position.
San Diego 7, the vehicle on East Mall at 50 miles an hour.
7 Nora, you were broke.
701 on the orange.
701, go ahead.
Second in the pursuit, that motorcycle being the second patrol unit, still southbound.
10-4, still southbound.
Should be with the 1020 now. The vehicle's using the right shoulder, coming up on a disabled vehicle just north of La Jolla Village.
10-4, just north of La Jolla Village, coming upon a disabled.
After 3, did they take 5 or 805? We never saw them. Southbound 805, La Jolla Village Drive.
Southbound 805, La Jolla Village.
Eagle S3, I would need a patrol car with overheads if they're available to take over on this.
Is there any unit in position with overheads to take over?
I'm transitioning to the 805 in about 1 minute here.
10 boy, transition to 805. For approaching Nobel 65, right shoulder, stop traffic.
US 7, I'm with S3. I have the rest of the Oceanside units fall out.
S7, 10-4, have the Oceanside units drop out.
Just advise, I don't see any patrol cars still want me to drop out.
S7,
Negative, the Oceanside units that are behind us drop out.
10-4.
Diego 8711 boy, I'm turning to Governor now.
11 boys at Governor.
San Diego 87-7 coming up on Governor, number 5 lane at 68 miles an hour.
Approaching Governor in the number 5.
And after 3, we're above them now.
Astria 3 is overhead.
92701 dropping out. Vehicle for the K9 unit. The vehicle is in the number 2 lane now. Just passing Governor right now.
In the number 2, passing Governor.
And 7 Nora, the vehicle's in the number 1 lane. The spike strip. Just south of Governor, taking the center divider.
10-4 in the center divide.
San Diego 7 Nora coming up on 52. Using the number 1 lane and the center divider, 80 miles an hour.
Approaching 52 in the number 1 and center divide at 80.
And K9 1097. Notify the border, and we now have 2 San Diego units with overhead. Have the lead car pull out so our units can take over.
10-4 advising, he just dropped out.
One 98, we're out the area.
San Diego 87-7 Nora, 1022.
7 Nora,
Now it's primary and secondary.
7 Nora's 1023 and have car units in number 1 and number 2. Astria.
Boy in primary, not calling it.
10 boys in primary, unit in secondary that'll be calling.
San Diego 11 boy, I'm last, so I won't be calling.
Okay, who is in secondary is going to be calling it, re-ID.
San Diego K9 secondary, I'll have the 3rd unit call it.
And for K9 is secondary, requesting that the 3rd unit call it. Who's in 3rd position?
San Diego, 8711 boy. We're in the center divider at 90, approaching a 163.
In the center divide at 90, approaching 163.
Astrid is the border 10-4.
There's a car in the center median just for info that he just went around.
Car in the center divide, he went around.
San Diego S3, see if we can get any other units with some spike strips on the 805.
10-4.
11 boys, passing the 163, still in the center divider at about 100.
Passing 163 in the center divide.
63 now in the number 1 at about 80.
Okay, I need one unit only to call, 11 boy. And is there any unit that can confirm the plate on the vehicle?
Union William Tom 387 as far as I can tell.
10-4.
11 boy, in the center divider, still at 90, passing Murray Ridge.
Passing Murray Ridge in the center divide at 90.
702, I just got on the 805 from the 8. I'm going to try to spike them.
702, you're getting on where? 702 southbound 805, trying to set up at Adams. Still in the center divide, approaching the 8.
Astrid 2, we're crossing on Interstate 8.
Astria 3 from Interstate 8.
Eagle S3, see if we can get another unit on a spike strip, maybe set up on the southbound side.
S3 10-4 requesting another unit with a spike strip southbound 805. Anyone in position?
54.
9 boy, I'll be at the 54.
Angel 11 boy, coming up on the Adams.
11 boy, approaching Adams.
Sarge, do you want me to spike him? Do you want me to pit him? He's at about 60, or is that too high?
87 S3.
Right, negative on the pit.
87 S3, negative on pit.
If he goes to foot, I deploy.
Boy, negative on the strip. She can get another unit.
10-4, copied that. Negative on the strip. 9 boy is standing by at 54.
Now we're southbound 1 lane at 65, approaching El Cajon.
Number 1 at 65, approaching El Cajon.
9 boy, I'll be set up southbound center median north of the 54.
9 boy is just north of the 54 in the center divide.
And Astrid 2, we got stop traffic coming up here.
Astria advising stop traffic coming up.
Number 1 lane at 80 at University.
Number 1 at 80 at University.
And we're back in the center divider, South University.
In the center divide, south of University.
L5 K9, advise the units, if he goes on foot, I'm going to deploy.
10-4, our information for all units, deploy.
Center divide 75 at the 94.
Center divide at 94.
Divide at 70 at home.
Center Divide, 70 miles an hour at home.
San Diego 87S3.
87S3.
87S3, have the unit 1022. Have the helicopter continue to follow and see if the will slow down and resume at a later time.
87S3 advising have all units 1022 and have the helo follow. All units 1022.
S3, we copy, we'll stay with them. Confirming the border is 10-4 that we're coming there.
Affirmative. S3 will stay overhead. All units 1022 for S3.
10-4 copies, 1022. Can you just advise whichever unit was going to set up a spike at the 54 that he's still in the center divide from my visual south of Imperial to be careful?
10-4, 10-4, 9-4 copy.
S3, we're still southbound coming up on Palm.
S3, it's very advising still southbound coming up on Palm.
9-boy, confirm with the estimator that still want me to try to spike them.
87S3, San Diego.
S3, that's affirmative if he's coming down the center divide, but I want the pursuing units at 1022. S3, the units have 1022, we're watching the vehicle.
Once again, all units 1022. 9-boy can remain in position in the center divide. All other units 1022.
S3, just for info, all units have 1022, we're the only ones with them.
10-4, ASP3 advising all the units have canceled.
To get spiked, do you want us to re-engage?
And after they were approaching Plaza, still down in the center medium.
Approaching Plaza in the center divide.
4. After 3, you're still southbound past Plaza.
10-4, passing Plaza.
Still southbound approaching 54.
10-4, 9-boy copy.
They were spiked. Boy, affirmative on the spike.
9-boy, 10-4, just confirm you did spike the vehicle. 10-4, vehicle was spiked.
Okay, Officer, he's starting to lose that chance. He's over to the number 2 lane. Number 2 lane.
In the number 2 now.
Just for info, I'm over here by E Street.
18-boy, 10-4 for information, you're by E Street.
He's on the right shoulder. He's on the right shoulder, just past 54.
He's on the right shoulder, past 54.
He's still in the car. Nope, not so tight. Okay, Officer, he's getting out of the car, and he's into the bush onto the right shoulder.
10-4 out of the car and into the bushes on the right shoulder, wearing a white shirt and jeans, it looks like.
Okay, Officer 3 is going to go into the drainage canal between, and we're going to be on the Plaza Bonita drainage.
10-4.
Team, I'll be around to that Plaza Bonita drainage.
18 boys in that.
He's just right underneath the bridge. He's walking. He's going to be a white male. He's got blue jeans, white t-shirt. He's balding. He doesn't know where to go. If we can get somebody down on the access road that's next to the drainage canal here on 54, and we're going to be on the south side.
10-4, white t-shirt, jeans, white male appears to be balding. He's just standing under the bridge.
Okay,
Hey, Astria, K9 is coming on. Should I take the ramp or stay on the freeway proper?
If you take the ramp to the southbound, he's just right underneath it, sitting on his butt. Hey, Astria 2, if we could get somebody to come on the Bonita side or whatever, the jogging trail that goes in between the canal here is we're going to need somebody. Looks like he's trying to cross the fence.
10-4, he's trying to cross the fence.
10-3 copies, respond to that location.
And he's over the fence.
He's going to be coming out towards Plaza Bonita.
Astria, can you advise he is over the fence?
7 with the vehicle. I don't know what he's doing. He's not paying attention to us. He's walking down the path here. Doesn't appear to be armed.
10-4, walking down the path, does not appear to be armed.
Hey, boys, you walking towards Plaza Bonita? Because I'm at the end of that path now.
Negative, we're walking westbound on the path.
10-4.
18 boys at the other end.
With the vehicle, I'm going to need a unit to stand by with this thing.
10-4, I need a unit to stand by with the vehicle on the freeway.
Astria 3, I don't know if this guy's trying to cut his throat or what. San Diego F3, I am on the bike path with the helo. Astria 3, do you copy?
Astria 3, affirmative. S3 advising he's on the bike path with Astria.
Astria 3, he's got something up against his throat. I don't know what it is. It doesn't look like a knife, but he's messing with the vein. Looks like he's in his probably 50 years old.
Has something up against his throat, unknown what it is.
San Diego F3, advise the helo I'm right to his rear on the bike path if he could advise where the party is.
Astria 3, did you copy that traffic?
No, he's yelling.
S3 is inquiring exactly where the party is. He's right behind you.
Astria 3, they got 2 officers on him now, but he's on the opposite side of the fence.
Have officers 97, one of them's on the other side of the fence.
Okay, and we got a CHP motor unit coming up on him right now also.
10-4, copy, a motor unit coming up on the suspect also.
Astria 3, we'll climb and give him some more room here.
Astria 3, plane up a little.
They're trying to get him to comply now.
10-4, trying to get him to comply.
Here we have another National NATO unit coming in from the west. Astria 3, they got him proned out.
Copy, he's proned.
Astria 3, they're taking him into custody now.
10-4, taking him into custody.
Astria 3, it looks like they got handcuffs on him now.
10-4, handcuffs.
Suspicious incident going on, an investigation. The vehicle took off. This started all the way back down south of here on the 874 expressway and came up north, got on the Palmetto Expressway past the airport now, and we have just taken the big curve in the Palmetto and we are eastbound coming up on what would be 57th Avenue. Now, we're showing you the vehicle itself because it has been traveling at, as you can see, a very high rate of speed here, passing vehicles in the breakdown lane. What they've done now, the police officers officers that were on the ground in vehicles have backed off now, and there is a helicopter down below, and I'll show you that helicopter here as I bring the camera out as the vehicle goes to the inside lanes there. You should be able to see, there's the police helicopter right there, so they're right over the top of them. They've got a full tank of fuel, and this is going to end sooner or later when this person either has an accident or runs out of gas or decides to give up. But right now, let me look over here at my GPS. We're traveling right now at 111 miles an hour, and we're maintaining a parallel and we're staying adjacent to this vehicle. As you can see, look at that, crossing over into the breakdown lanes now on the what would be the right-hand side of the roadway, the Palmetto Expressway eastbound. Eastbound now. I'm going to look out the window here and tell you that we're coming up on 47th. I see the Brands Mart right underneath us as we go. Again, the vehicle swerving in and out. Police want this vehicle to stop. Obviously, this person does not want to be detained. And it continues to go eastbound on the Palmetto Expressway, now passing, as we said, 47th Avenue now to 42nd Avenue. Again, our speed, our airspeed right now indicates that just over 100 miles an hour. This vehicle is being pursued by the police helicopter. There are other officers following much farther back for officer safety and also for civilian safety, but it does not look like the driver of this Mercedes-Benz here wants to stop. That's what we have for you so far.
All right, Ralph, and as we're watching this with you, you said eastbound on the Palmetto, so pretty soon we'll hit that Golden Glades interchange, right, where we'll have to go either 95 south or make a decision. Right,
that will happen here in probably the next 2.5 minutes or so. This vehicle did come into heavy traffic as we were monitoring this call en route. They came through that busy area of the airport under construction there at the Palmetto Expressway, and were able to avoid any accidents there. We did see some debris come off the car when we first got on scene there as it was changing lanes, but so far it appears that he's slowing down here. The police officers are stopping. He's run into traffic and come into hit the back of a vehicle there. Has no place to go. We're going to try to turn around now very, very carefully while other helicopters in the area. Now he's backed up. You can see damage to the front of that vehicle. He's still trying to get around and doing some very difficult things here, maneuvering between several vehicles. He's at the exit ramp here. Let me see where we are. He's at the exit ramp of 27th Avenue now. He's going backwards. He's going onto the feeder road, the side road here, going westbound now in what would be the eastbound lanes. There's a police officer there. You see at least one of them making a U-turn here now. We're headed westbound, west of 27th Avenue. Now we've got the Miami Gardens police officers there, and he's obviously going the wrong way on what would be the exit ramp. Now he's got tractor trailer there. He's maneuvering around. This is a very, very dangerous situation here, and we advise all of our viewers that this is live, and that things that as they unfold, you're going to see it here if you keep your eyes glued to this TV set. So again, now we're turning, the vehicle is turning southbound. We see some debris again fall off of the front of the vehicle. You can see the tire, it looks like it's lacerated there. It's going to go right underneath us, Joe, here. Hang on one second, let's see where he ends up. All right, looks like we're still going to be going southbound here, and we're in the area of Opa-locka Airport. That would be around 37th Avenue. And we're following this vehicle along with the police officers. Let me back the car. You see the Miami Gardens police officer there in hot pursuit now. We're going to have some intersections coming up here. Again, I don't have to overstate it, but it is very, very dangerous. We're now in the neighborhoods here, right off of what would be the northeast corner of Opa-locka Airport. We have a police helicopter right underneath us, and you can see police officers paralleling not only on the street here that the vehicle is on, but also on the adjacent streets now, and looking to try to get this driver of this vehicle to stop and take him into custody. But right now, he's an unwilling participant in this. He's just driving like a bat out of hell, if I can use that phrase. Again, now I'm looking around here trying to we're spinning around here. Looks like we're going southbound. We're coming southbound, coming up to 151st Street, and he's going to be going east on 151st Street. You can see again the police officer right behind that vehicle, smack dab behind that vehicle. We'll bring the camera out just a little bit. Miami Gardens assisting now the county here. We're turning northbound now in the area of around 35th or 36th Avenue here. Now we're back going eastbound. Vehicle may have lost a tire there. You can see that the vehicle is slowing down somewhat in this community, in the neighborhoods here, which would be part of the Miami Gardens area. still on the south side of the Palmetto Expressway. Other police officers on adjacent roads there. Somebody getting their vehicle right off the roadway here. Let's see, he's blocked there by a vehicle. A police officer, he's spinning there, gone into the easement and lost traction there for a moment, but still manages to continue eastbound underneath some trees there. And now he's again turned southbound. He's southbound, Joe, there you go. He's cut through a yard there, cut through somebody's front yard. We got the other helicopter off the nose, Joe. Okay. And again, now we're westbound. Wow, up on the sidewalk, hit the chain link fence there, back on the roadway. We're going westbound in the neighborhood just to the east of Opa-locka Airport, to give you an idea where we are. On the south side of us would be State Road 9. State Road 9 between 27th and 22nd Avenues now. And we're just going to try to stay with the action here as this vehicle continues to elude police in this area now. A chase going on for, I'm going to say, probably about 15 minutes or so. And we still have the vehicle here going, which way is it going, Joe? Turning northbound, I'm being told. Now he's turning northbound there. And we'll bring the camera back out. He goes over a canal. So now we're in the area of St. Thomas University and Miami Pace High School, Monsignor Edward Pace High School. So it's going to be 32nd Avenue. And the vehicle is going back northbound towards the Palmetto Expressway, passing vehicles on the wrong side. There you saw a van had to move out of the way of that vehicle as it was in oncoming traffic again, whipping around another vehicle. And let's look up ahead, see what we've got here. Yeah, we've got the Palmetto Expressway coming into view there. We'll see which direction he goes. Again, being pursued by that well, that appears to be an unmarked unit. Now he's going again, turning and going eastbound. He's eastbound here on the side road, the feeder road to the Palmetto Expressway here. Let's see. He's going to get jammed up, according to my pilot. He's going to get jammed up here as traffic is backed up here from the incident that occurred earlier. Okay, he's going right by the Myrtle Grove Elementary School on the north side. And let's see where we got what we've got here. All right, there's not going to be any place for him to go unless he turns into the parking lot. It looks like now he's going to crash into a fence. He's into the fence there. He's not moving. Police officers have now rammed him in the back. He's out. He's going to try to hop over the fence here. He's scrambling up the side embankment. We'll widen the camera out. We have police officers in pursuit of him, and we're looking to see where he pops out here. Anybody sees him? We have weapons drawn here. We have police officers with weapons drawn telling him to give himself up. The only delay is we're waiting to see what happens next here. We have other people inside the vehicle. They've flipped open the car door there. Again, we've got an area heavily wooded or heavily landscaped area there right on the side of the Palmetto Expressway. We have someone being taken out of the vehicle there and placed into custody. We're good here, Joe. We're fine. We're fine. We have one person being taken into custody there. They're checking the back seats of the vehicle. The person that's up there in the grass has stopped and is not moving right now. A second person, well, not a second person. Yeah, I think we have two people on the ground here. Again, our location just to the west of 27th Avenue on the Palmetto Expressway would be the eastbound lanes. We've got a police officer up on the roof of that vehicle that was being chased, now going over the top of the fence there. They're indicating that the guy is in the brush there, and they're going after him. We'll hold this camera shot here for a second. Oops, sorry about that. And we've got the police officer now taking this person into custody right here. We'll zoom in as best we can for you. He's being dragged down the side of the embankment by this police officer here. This is the person that was behind the wheel of the vehicle. We saw him come out of the driver's side door and hurdle the fence there and try to get up that embankment, but he is now being detained by police officers from both. I can see the Miami-Dade logo on the back of that one shirt, and we've also got Miami Gardens police officers here, and we've got officers from as far away now as all the way down south on the 874. We'll bring the camera back out here to show you the big picture. We have a number of people moving here. What do we got? We have people running over here. I'm not 100% sure exactly what they're what we're doing, but we do have people across the street. We've got police officers here also blocking traffic here. Again, the Palmetto Expressway just west of 27th Avenue. A police chase has ended here with at least 2 people taken into custody by police officers, both the uniformed and undercover officers. An operation working down south. What we were able to glean was that the person was a person of interest for suspicious behavior. When they tried to stop the vehicle, officers tried to stop the vehicle, they fled. There were at least 2 minor accidents. We heard fender benders involving this vehicle as it came northbound on the Palmetto Expressway. And ladies, I'm running out of words here, so I'm going to toss it back to you guys for a second.
And Ralph, for everyone just joining us right now, this is affecting traffic now on the case people are driving or planning to drive in that area.
Yeah, what you're looking at is the Palmetto Expressway. Here's 27th, the intersection of 27th Avenue and the Palmetto. Westbound traffic now being affected as police officers have brought traffic to a standstill. I think the arriving officers heard that someone had bailed out and was going up the embankment. They wanted to make sure that there was not another person that had gotten up that embankment on the other side. It looks like the police officers are now regrouping on what would be the south side of the Palmetto here, where the vehicle ended up crashing into a chain link fence that parallels the Palmetto Expressway. And you can see right now that they're taking this the one person, this is the guy that was in the white shirt that climbed up the side of the embankment. He is now in police custody. He's going to be placed in the back of a cruiser. The second one there is being frisked, searched, leaning up against the back of that black Charger or Challenger there. So now we've got 3 people. I do make out 3 different people. We've got the guy here with the pants around his ankles. We've got another guy being walked right here, and a third guy up against the back of the SUV there. So at least 3 suspects now in custody for questioning. Let's look over here, see if we have anything else that we can extrapolate from this. But again, we have them cut. Okay, now they're cutting the chain link fence to gain access up there. There may have been, they may be looking for a weapon or something, or going to make this part of the crime scene and make it easier for police officers to gain access to that area. But again, this chase starting now 20-something minutes ago, ending about 5 minutes ago when this vehicle, the silver Mercedes, crashed into the fence after a chase up the 874 to the Palmetto Expressway east to 27th Avenue. The driver was driving the wrong way on the roads in many instances and threatening life and limb and danger to civilians as he fled from police pursuit. They used the helicopter effectively here to let the ground crews know where to go to take this person into custody, and eventually he ran out of room. You cannot outrun the helicopter and or the radio. That's what the police always tell you, and in this case, that's what happened.
Ralph, so just for point of clarification, a total,
I guess, to places to go, and that's what happened here. Again, 3 suspects in custody, subject in custody, we'll put it that way. We have canine officers arriving on the scene now doing a search up here to make sure that there's no one else up in this area, and also maybe to get any evidence or any evidentiary material that might have been left behind by the suspect that was taken into custody up there. We'll give you a quick shot again. We're pulling the camera back out. The Palmetto Expressway now. Only a small group of people are stuck here on the expressway because the police officers have blocked off the Palmetto Expressway. Let me show you here all the way back up here now. It looks like they're asking everybody to get off all the way back up here. What's that going to be? That says the exit up there is well, it's going to be between 17th and 12th Avenue. That's the exit there. Yeah, there's the little arch there. So it's 12th Avenue. Everybody's being asked to get off the westbound lanes there and use the side road. So we have a small group of people still stuck in traffic. We have a heavy police presence here at the corner of 27th Avenue and the Palmetto Expressway. And again, we have 3 subjects or suspects in custody here after a police chase that takes pretty much countywide, I guess, from down south on the 874 all the way up here to the Palmetto and 27th Avenue.
And if you're just joining us, we've been following this chase that just ended, as Ralph has been saying there. On the right side of your screen, you see the takedown of the driver that once he crashed into that fence after ramming into the back of at least one vehicle and driving at speeds of 100 miles an hour, got out of the car, jumped that fence, and tried to hide in the bush there on the side of the Palmetto. And as a result there, this is what happened. Officers moved in. They brought him down. 2 others were taken out of the vehicle there. And as a result, it is affecting traffic on the Palmetto. This is happening just south of the Palmetto Expressway, 27th Avenue, Ralph. And you mentioned it there that it could have been much worse with the speeds that he was going in residential areas as well as created now.
Well, yes. Now, let's update you now. We're recognizing our scene because obviously with the camera being our only point of focus with, we have a fourth person here. This person is the one that's on the inside of the fence there, was the one that was dragged down. So we did see 3 people being cuffed and put into police cars on the other side of this fence, and now the person that jumped over the fence appears to be injured in some way, and he's going to be treated by paramedics from Miami-Dade Fire Rescue here who have arrived on the scene. They're going to put him on a backboard and get him on the gurney and into he'll still be in police custody, but they will take him to the hospital to get him checked out. So that updates you there on the number of suspects that were involved. You were referring to the dangers involved with these chases, and again, I don't believe it was until the vehicle rammed a police car or tried to ram a police officer, when that constitutes in a police jargon an assault on a PO, on a police officer, and that's when they can move up and say that it's okay to go ahead and pursue a fleeing person in a vehicle. And of course they had the helicopter up right away. They were following the vehicle for a long time, using predominantly and primarily the police chopper to call out the chase, the location and where he was going. And it was not until the vehicle exited the highway, the main highway, and was on the side streets that he started to drive in the wrong direction and really put a major threat of life and limb, and creating a real hazard with civilians who were unaware that there was a chase taking place. Now, Miami Gardens police also responded in this area, and were, as we could see from the camera, the vehicle that was behind the fleeing Mercedes there for a long period of time were not single-handedly, but responsible for when he made the error there, when he made the error and crashed into the fence. They're the ones that are right behind him in that unmarked car. So that's pretty much what we've been able to develop as we're talking with you.
Ralph, one more question. This chase took a lot of twists and turns before it came to an end. Can you tell us exactly where traffic is being affected right now?
Oh, of course I can. Again, just to bring the camera off of that scene right there, and we'll show you the Palmetto Expressway. We have traffic both on the side roads of the Palmetto Expressway just west of 27th Avenue. We have traffic stopped in both directions. Now I'm going to show you the traffic, just a swing here. Thank you, Joe, for crabbing us around there. You can see traffic coming eastbound on the Palmetto is backed up. That's all the way back out past St. Thomas, back towards 57th Avenue. So you do have a slowdown of traffic there. Police officers are at the exit ramps indicating to people that they probably want to get off. Now, if you're on one of the side roads, or if you see the vehicles as we get closer back to the scene, you'll see some vehicles that are stuck here in the side. There may have been 1 or 2 vehicles that were tapped or touched by the vehicle, other vehicles in this pursuit. And as a matter of fact, we did see several on the highway, and I can show you here. I'm getting a page from somebody at the station, which I'm going to try to read here as we go. But
all right, Ralph, and while you read that page, we're trying to get you the latest information and want to update all our viewers on what they're seeing right here. It's a police chase that came to an end here on that access road there to the side of the Palmetto Expressway. The scene is still developing right now. It's still unfolding. They are cordoning off the area. So far, 4 suspects in custody. Right, Ralph?
That's correct. 4 in custody. They have transported that person to the back of the one that we saw that ran up the side of the embankment is now in the back of this rescue vehicle. The 3 others are in the back of individual police cars there on the scene. A number of police officers, as we said earlier, from different municipalities, including the county, but also Miami Gardens and some from down in the Doral area. Police officers were advised that this pursuit was coming northbound. Hialeah officers were advised of that, and officers up here into the Miami Lakes area. And you can see that there's still a pretty heavy concentration of police officers. The roadway, the Palmetto Expressway, just to the west of 27th Avenue. They're now allowing traffic to come by this area here. You can see police officers have several lanes of traffic closed, and we do have the eastbound traffic again to the west side of the Palmetto Expressway is at a standstill right now. You cannot use the 27th Avenue exit, and you're pretty much stuck in that traffic until they make a determination that that roadway is safe to open up.
Ralph, do we know why police were in pursuit in the first place?
Well, initially the call was out that there was a vehicle that police had been watching. Whether it was an ongoing investigation or not is not known at this time. But we heard the very basics of it were that it was a suspicious person in the car that they wanted to stop and talk to. They tried to get the vehicle to stop, and the vehicle fled. That's the only information that we've been able to hear. The specifics, because of course, as soon as they determine that the vehicle is fleeing, that someone in the higher ups has to make a determination of whether or not it's worth it to chase the vehicle, or whether the chase should just be canceled and try again another day. In this case, it looks like maybe the aviation unit, the police helicopter, was in the area or up pretty fast and was able to take over the chase. And that, again, as you can see, it's pretty difficult for a vehicle on the ground to outrun a helicopter.
And on that note there, you can see the strong police presence. We're being told that shots were fired. Miami-Dade police saying that shots were fired in this, and as you mentioned, they are warranted. The chase and the stopping of the suspect in this way, because as we saw just from what we showed on our air, he had no regard for any of the people on the roadway, slamming into the back of one vehicle, going 100 miles an hour, speeding through residential areas. And Christine, we've seen these before, and it is a miracle that in this case no one was seriously injured, or at least we've gotten no reports of anyone seriously injured, other than it appears the driver in this, who after he hopped the fence was unable to get up, right, Ralph?
Yes, apparently when he went over the fence, he may have injured himself, or actually when he crashed into the fence there, he may have done some damage to his ankles. And when the vehicle came to a stop, unknown at this time the extent of his injuries, but obviously he's done. He's done. He's in custody, and what we have now is we have the investigation portion of this, and of course a lot of the suits that work for the county and for the other agencies will have to come out here, and especially if shots were fired, it's unknown who fired the shots. So if it's a police-involved shooting or if it's police were shot at, either way, the investigation is going to take some time. So you can imagine that this area here, especially the area off of the Palmetto Expressway, is going to be tied up for some time, because it's now a crime scene, and there's a distinct possibility that some areas of the Palmetto Expressway, especially right here where you can see they have the vehicles stopped, and we have we've got a couple of police officers here on the roadway, unknown exactly what they're doing up here, whether they've just secured this area on the what would be the north side of the south end of the Palmetto Expressway here on the eastbound lanes. But there's a heavy police presence in this area, needless to say. 27th